a beautiful day on the Hermitcraft server. What's my alien neighbor doing? Seriously, what is she doing?
Why must you scare me so?
Hi.
Jim,
What?
what's going on?
Well,
Just give me a heart attack?
I was observing. What is this?
It's a giant plant.
A giant alien plant?
Yeah, alien plant. It's the mother plant. I don't know what to call it yet, though. But it's a mother plant. It might eat you. Don't stand too
Pearl,
close.
I don't want to be eaten.
So don't stand too close, then.
Oh my
You can give it a hug.
gosh.
It might not eat you if you give it a hug.
It's insane. Welcome to Hermitcraft. This is my mega base. We've been working very, very hard on it, and in the last episode, we even finished a ton of the grindy exterior details. But there is still a ton to do. The interior is empty, the village is untransformed, and we've removed a lot of the trees around here, so, yeah, it looks a little weird. Today, we're gonna make a custom biome. Welcome to the episode, everyone! Gosh, this place looks bland. Nothing but a singular birch tree. We gotta change it. You see, everyone, I have a vision for this area, and my vision involves a lot of terrain. I'm very inspired by my neighbors, Pearlescent Moon and Impulse. Impulse has these lovely water features here, and hold on, let me just land on Pearl. So I feel like me and Impulse could really tie in a lot better if I worked on my terrain up here. So one of the very first things that I want to do is add a water feature to this area, I think. Waterfalls are one of those things that I feel like you just can't go wrong with. I mean, they're so much fun to have in a base. I'll admit though, I'm not sure where the water's gonna come from yet. I imagine up there somehow. The water will flow from the top of the base to the bottom, and then it'll flow from here to either side of this build. So we need to bring it from here, all the way over here. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Oh dear. So we've got some work to do. And then the other side, I feel like this bridge was just meant to have a waterfall, right? Like all of this, we just get rid of this. It's perfect, we get rid of it. And the water will flow over here. Oh yeah, that'll totally work. I was honestly a little nervous to get to work on this terrain, which is why it's taken me this long to get started on it. But luckily, my neighbor Pearl quickly came in and spooked me.
Hi, Jim!
Ha! Pearl! That's so rude. Can't you see that I'm terraforming over Impulse's hole? Look at this.
Stop terraforming over Impulse's hole, then. It's not a problem.
Once Pearl was here, I was able to get the motivation that I needed working alongside a friend to finish off the top part of this riverbed and really get myself going on this and gain some confidence. So thank you, Pearl. Of course, my other neighbor, Impulse, who is directly below me, is also greatly affected by these terrain decisions. So don't worry, I also ran the idea by him, and I complimented his beard, so he's all good.
Oh, wait, I see a gem.
Impulse!
Hi.
Hey,
What's going on?
your beard looks good today.
Oh, thank you.
Well, the rocks are officially in. Oh, and there's a little pearl flying by. Most builders would probably texture this now, but I'm gonna be honest, I'm pretty impatient. And I want to see what this is gonna look like with water all throughout it. So I think I'm going to forgo the texturing for now and just go ahead and add the water. Let's see if it actually flows and looks okay. Here we go. Meh. We're probably gonna need more water than that. Update though, how's it look? How's it look? Okay, you know what? That's actually not bad. For one bucket of water, that's not bad at all. I would actually say that's pretty good. I mean, we got a couple adjustments right here and then a little more water down there. That's so good. Okay, let's get some more buckets. And we'll source our water fresh from the river, of course. And make an infinite source. Oh, I'm so sorry, pig. And on this side, oh yeah, I like the way that those rocks look. I feel like that worked out. That actually looks pretty good. Honestly, I think the water makes a huge difference. That looks so much better. It needs a little bit more adjusting down here, I think, to make this a little less static. But that should be totally doable, so I think it's safe to fill it in. Okay, that makes it way easier to visualize what I need. So now it's just time for some final adjustments. And so a few more bucket places, some rocks, and a lot of blank staring later. Here we are. Not gonna lie, I'm getting a little bored of staring at rocks and water, as lovely as terraforming is. I think I'm ready to move on to a new area of my expertise. Trees. Glorious trees! We are going to need to collect a ton of materials so that we can turn this entire area into a custom forest. Like, fully custom. I mean, it's gonna need more than just trees, but trees will definitely be a good start. So, let's collect up some materials. Where's my hoe? I'm gonna need my hoe. After collecting up a few materials, I decided to attempt a couple of the easier trees along the lower portion of my base, just to kind of see how things would start shaping up. This was a good practice session as I am feeling a little bit rusty on the tree making. So far, I'm breaking this project up into a couple of different areas. We need the rocks and the river, which we already worked on. We also need more rocks scattered throughout the entire terrain to kind of tie everything together. And then we're gonna need big, tall trees, which I've added 2 of down below that are a little shorter, but we're gonna also need some mega, super tall ones, inspired by the mega taiga. Then we've got some smaller, bright green, newly growing bushes, and of course, all of the details like the flowers and the soul sand, and the coarse dirt, and the nether plants. And the glow lichen. Whoop. Plus, I think I would also really like to add a lot more of these ferns around. I want to keep this looking fairly taiga-like, but just a very custom taiga. So I suppose there's not a lot to do now, but go through this entire build and just start bioming. Terraforming is definitely not one of my strongest areas of expertise, and that's mostly because I just don't enjoy it, to be honest. But I'm gonna really try with this project to do as much terraforming as, well, as much as I can stand. Over the years, I've gotten lots of advice from my friends, such as Pearl, who did this awesome terrain and who was visiting us earlier in the video. But I think the best way to learn is just hands in the dirt. We just gotta do it. We just gotta detail. So let's do our best to do this area justice and hopefully make something absolutely beautiful. So let the detailing begin. I didn't really know quite how I should go about this. Unlike with the structures and organics that I am so used to, I didn't really have a good order of operations. So I decided to just start on an area and go until it looked half decent. And this method, to be honest, worked quite well. I found myself getting really into decorating certain areas and then quickly moving on to the next. And slowly but surely, each area would start looking a little bit more promising. Of course, it would probably take several days of going back over things before I was completely happy. But alas, we're making progress. This is all looking very impressive, but the next area that I need to work on is this area up here because, well, to be honest, it's looking bad. I actually think this area might be looking worse than when we started. And the main reason that I haven't touched it yet is that I have to sort out this area right here, which is the top of Impulse's base where it meets the terrain for where my base is. I'm a little unsure of how to blend this in, so I'm going to try with a couple of rocks and see if that sort of vibe works, but all in all, I think I'm mostly going to go for the good old-fashioned cover it in leaves and hope for the best. This layer of terrain is just sort of awkward, and although I don't normally like making it too flat, I don't really think this little lump is adding anything. You know, I really like this little collection of mushrooms. I feel like that's something that I should do more of. We need more collections of mushrooms around. It does feel a little bit weird, I'll admit, to be covering the top part of a dwarven area in something that's very mossy and pretty, but I feel like it does really help connect the bases because not only do I need to make my base more rocky and dwarven up here, but I also need to make Impulse's base match mine and be more soft and green and really go with that sort of elven tone. It's a compromise of sorts to help connect the bases together, and honestly, so far, it just looks a little weird, but I'm hoping some trees will fix it. Impulse, why don't your builds have a roof? What is happening here? The heck are you doing? Hey, dude! You look so cool! Ooh! Her. Yeah, right, I'm gonna get back to work now. Back to work. Is it starting to look okay? I mean, the texturing is weird, but like the shape. I feel like that shape is okay. This is a little weird. That's okay. Maybe just like one more big rock right there would do it. Oh, speak of impulse, there he is. Oh! That could have been life-threatening. Impulse, cover up your holes. This is what I get for living above a dwarf. Luckily, leaves block those perfectly. Oh, look, there's Impulse.
Hello?
Hi.
You think you're sneaky, but the deep slate's loud.
Darn it.
Gave you away.
Listen, I want your opinion. I'm working on the front of your base.
Ooh, yes.
I have some rocks and some leaves, and I was going to put a few more leaves, but how many leaves are too many leaves for dwarf?
Go nuts.
Well, that's all I needed to hear. With Impulse's approval, this is where I am currently standing. And I think that it would look a lot better if I tried to mix in a tree now, just to kind of see what that would look like on the edge here. So we're gonna have a lot of trees. This whole thing's gonna be a forest, but I don't have any of them in yet, so it's a little bit tricky to visualize. If Pearl saw what I just did to that shulker box organization, she would cringe. Okay, nobody show her. Nobody tell her. Don't tell her how I live. This is fine. It's very organized. I'm extremely organized neighbor. I got it. It's all good. Okay, moment of truth. Oh my gosh. I really like that tree, first of all. Solid tree. Wonderful tree. And also, I do think that it really works. I'm genuinely really pleased with that. I think some trees maybe falling over the waterfall would look a little bit realistic, and also maybe a couple of smaller trees just to sort of frame this area would look good. Obviously, it just standing by itself is a little weird. But, yeah, nothing to do now but keep building. I'm going to experiment with that idea of a smaller tree, maybe leaning slightly this way. I feel like that would look really good, but I'm going to do it on a smaller scale with these lighter leaves so that I don't overcommit to the bit. You know, it's a weird little tree, but I think that actually feels quite good. And because I did the leaves different colors, they look like different trees. And for my base, yep, that looks good. For my next order of business, I think I need a path through here. I mean, what's a forest without a path? The only problem is I'm not exactly sure where the path is going to end, so I think we'll just make some sort of foresty gazebo or something in here eventually, and for now the path will wind towards it. This will give me sort of a point of reference to work from while I'm building up the forest. I want it to look good not only from my windows in my base and from my neighbors' bases, but from the forest floor while I'm walking through it. Now that the path was finally in place, it's time for the thing that I've been procrastinating the entire episode. We've got to actually, build the custom trees for the custom forest in the custom biome. It's a lot of work to build this many custom trees, but I broke it down into smaller sections that were more manageable and looked really good from certain point of views. Because when something looks good, that tends to be motivating. So I spent a lot of time staring at it, building up lots of trees here and there, and just generally having a good time because tree building is one of my absolute favorite activities. Doc is dropping anvils on me right now. This is impressive. Doc? Why?
You're Canadian.
Yeah, that scared me.
ESO declared war on me. Canada is at war with the perimeter.
Canada is at war? What? Come on, Beef is online. Go get him.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do next. You know?
With
Oh,
anvils.
it was so close. You got out of the bed and it literally dropped next to you, 1 block, right?
I know. It was literally right in front of me. It scared me.
Oh. Oh my god, this would have been the most glorious anvil kill in history. Of
I wouldn't
anvil
have even
kills.
known. It literally, I did not see it coming at all. It would have been so funny.
Close call. Okay, you know, you're not off the hook.
Alright, okay. Etho? Why are the Canadians at war? Etho? What did you do? Why? Why? Honestly, I'm just here peacefully building a forest. Look at this place, would you? It's so lush and green. I mean, I don't have absolutely every tree in that I want in, but I've been building trees for quite a while, and to be honest, I'm ready to move on to the next part of this project, at least for a little while. Don't worry, we'll come back to the trees. There'll always be trees. We'll probably be building trees for the rest of the year. The next thing that I want to worry about is some of the flowery bits around here. As you can see, I have some peonies out right now, and I would like to bunch these around in little sets, like little colonies of them, like that. Like one bunch there, and then maybe we have another little bunch over here, and basically everything is growing in groups instead of randomly. I feel like that'll just make it more cohesive. Some actual bushes would also be good. Oh, that looks really good, actually. I like it. I just love decorating the naturey bits of the place. Oh, speaking of, mushrooms are next. I want tons of mushrooms. I want mushrooms to be out like that, like they are normally in a taiga, so I've planted some on the podzol, but I also think it would be really cool to do some very naturey custom mushrooms. So, as you can see, I've chopped down one just to see if we could use some of these blocks. But I think I want to see what other blocks we have to work with just to make sure that I'm getting the full use out of this. I've looked through all of my chests, and I don't see anything that I want to use for a mushroom, but I have an idea. There's a new block that I haven't really used very much yet, and that block would be mud. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure how to even work with mud, but I'm pretty sure I need water. Then I think I need dirt. Yeah, we just... Okay, you know what? That's actually a really cool mechanic. It's so squishy. Thankfully, I do have tons of dirt and also a bucket of water, so I should be able to convert about a stack of this into some mud. The sound effects are so intense. All right, I've got 48 mud to my name. Now, what I actually want here is packed mud, which I believe I need wheat for. And then, yeah, okay, it's 1 wheat per mud. Goodness. With packed mud, we can create mud bricks. And with mud bricks, we can create mud brick wall and stairs and slabs. These roots are something I haven't used a ton this season, but I did use them a bunch last season, and I'm excited to use them again in some more mushrooms. Okay, let's try just right here in this spot and see if I can get a good little mud mushroom just right here. So that's the stalk, and then we do a regular mushroom block and then some slabs around it. I want this to be very simple because we're working on a pretty small scale. I don't want to overpower everything else that's going on, but hopefully, I mean, yeah, I feel like that looks kind of cool. It's gonna need some other friends though, maybe some jungle wood and some granite ones as well. And I'm also gonna spread out a whole bunch of this because I need to farm these blocks right here. All of these, the warped roots, the warped fungus, and also the nether sprouts. All of these blocks go really good with my color scheme that I've got going on in the roofs and kind of brings it down on this sort of ground level. And I love that you could just plop these onto grass. I mean, it works so well. I'm gonna be grouping these in their own little sections once again. And I think that ties in great not only with my base, but also Pearl's. And with that little update out of the way, it's back to work with me, grinding many, many more materials to plop on the forest floor and just generally decorate the place. At this stage, I was getting pretty into it. Things were really starting to shape together, and it felt like a puzzle where the pieces were finally fitting into place very seamlessly. Listen, this is embarrassing, but this is how you can tell I like this build. I just took this many screens. It's so pretty. I have my FOV down, but oh my gosh. This is my base. I get to live here. It's not even done yet. I've not even put in all the trees. I'm just taking a break to stare at it because the sun is setting and it's pretty. Everyone, I really like my base. I really like it. I'm a very happy elven GeminiTay right now. This is just lovely. I'm just gonna keep staring at it. Alright, that's enough staring at the base for now. Let me show you what I have actually been working on, because I feel like I've been doing so much with this terrain. And it's one of those things, once again, similar to the details of the mega base, where it kind of feels like you're not doing much, but then you stand back and look at it and it actually makes a huge difference. So what I've been working on for the last couple of hours is these paths. So as you can see, I'm not sure we're gonna use path blocks. I kind of maybe want to use gravel, or maybe andesite, or I don't know, something to tie in with the base a bit better, not path, and not coarse dirt, because coarse dirt is naturally found in the mega taiga. So that would make a lot of sense. Leave me your path block suggestions down below. We'll come up with a cool path. But anyways, I've got this path, right? And it comes down the stairs right here and kind of connects up. So I've been doing little areas of bushes that you can see. And I've also added a lot more warts around and some mushrooms and custom mushrooms to this side as well. And, of course, proper stairs, finally. So I want this base, and well, basically every base I do, this is always my goal, but I want people to be able to walk around it, right? I don't want you to just use an elytra with this base. This base looks way better if you are up close and personal with it. It's one of the things that I'm actually really proud of with this base, because it is quite a big mega base, but I think that it still looks better if you're close to it. Oh, and here's one of the mushrooms that I added. Oh, I like it. And of course, here's the coarse dirt that I was talking about. But I like the coarse dirt as well as the podzol, so we need something else to contrast the path. And another mushroom right there. I think we are nearing completion of this custom biome today. It certainly has all of the aspects of a custom biome that I want this forest to have. But for now, I don't want to make it too densely packed, as we still have a village to build. So, just to catch you up on what I'm actually planning, this area right here, I kind of want to do maybe some type of elven gazebo or something, just to connect a little bit of structure out this way. So I'm not going to completely fill this in, but as you can see, even from over here, it's starting to look a lot more packed in. So I'm really happy with that. Now, as for the back of the base, it's also looking great, but we have a bunch of village structures to finish. So I'm not going to do custom trees down here until we finish off all of the structures, else the trees might be in the way. This side, we could probably finish this side. I have no excuse for this side. This area is looking very, very neat, but this area right here, you could see Pearl's got a path. Me and Pearl are gonna have a connection right here and probably around this big blank tower that a lot of you are frustrated I haven't textured. I'm gonna leave it untextured until we figure out which of Pearl's aliens are going to come over here, and then we'll sort out some of the minute details there. So we're still trusting the process a little bit, but I think this process has been going absolutely wonderful. And oh boy, this is a lot of custom trees. Thanks for watching me build this biome and terraform, everyone. This has been so fun. I'll see you in the next one. I'm gonna go take a nap and head over to Empires.